Hello everyone, today we will have the communication test of Schneider PLC M262 with ODOT CN-8034 the EtherNet/IP adapter. At first, we need to prepare the Schneider PLC M262 and ODOT CN-8034. We use this blue network cable for program download, and use the cable to connect the first network port of the PLC M262 with the network port of CN-8034. So it could have the communication test. Then we need the Type-C USB cable in white color to connect the CN-8034 USB port to the USB port of the PC, and we will configure the modules and parameters. For software, we installed Schneider Machine Expert version 2.1 and need to prepare the EDS file of CN-8034. Now we open the Machine Expert. Here is the project we already created. We need to check if the device repository installed already. As we can see, the ODOT project could be viewed after the repository installed. Click the Install and we can find the EDS file on the desktop and open it. After the installation, an ODOT device could be viewed. Click the ETH1 as we are connecting with network port number 1, and we need to create the EtherNet/IP scanner in ETH1. Then we click Add Devices to add CN-8034. Now we need to configure the IP address of the device. At first, it needs to configure the IP address of PLC network port. Here it is configured as 192.168.0.30. Then we need to configure the IP address of CN-8034. Now we use the default address of 31. Next step is to open the ODOT.io configure software. So we could configure the CN-8034. It could check the size of the mapping area and IP address configuration. Now we create a new project and connect the serial port. After the connection, we can find the corresponding COM port. This could make us to upload the status of CN-8034. After the upload, we can check the config parameters of CN-8034. Now the IP address is 40, we need to change it into 31. Here is the size of the mapping area. We only have 2 I/O modules, so the input and output value are both 2. After the configuration, click to download parameters and shift to Machine Expert. Now the IP address of the CN-8034 and its IP address in Machine Expert are matched with each other as 192.168.0.31. Then we select the connection and it needs to set the size of the mapping area. Just now the input and output value are 2, so we also set the value as 2. After configuration, click the Compile. The compile shows now error, and we connect the Schneider programming cable in black color. After the connection, it needs to select the login and download the program. It's not being recognized right now. It is now being recognized. And we enter the username of the PLC. Click to log in. Perform the operation start after login. After the operation start, we can see the ETH1 are working fine now. We can check the I/O status, and the input is 1, meanwhile output is 0. We can change the device wiring. Now the wiring is channel 1, let us wire it to channel 3. Now the input value is changed from 1 to 8. Now we wire it to channel 5, and the input value is changed from 8 to 32. The data refreshing is okay, now the I/O system works fine. The test is finished now, thank you.